Hey, this sounds like Mr. Hillstrand right now. Thank you for calling Black Sky Radio. This is Nightmare, Zach, and Liz. Is this the captain?
This would be Captain Andy.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Hillstrand, Captain Hillstrand. How the hell are you?
I'm doing pretty darn good, man. Just waiting to see some fireworks tomorrow.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Now, that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about is what the 4th of July means to you guys up in Alaska.
Well, usually we're out fishing and the boat's out working right now, but it's just always a chance to blow off some fireworks and celebrate everybody leaving us the heck alone,
Well, I think the best part about the 4th of July for me is that I look at a picture of my dad who's standing in front of an American flag when he was in Korea, and it only has 48 stars on it. So you guys weren't even a state back when the old man was fighting in Korea.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty crazy. I remember when it was a territory, and I think it became a state in 1959.
Yeah. Now, you weren't old enough. You're not that old, are you?
No, I'm not too old. No, I was 63. I was born.
Okay. I was going to say, you're not that much older than I am, which is, I'm not going to say how many years difference there is, but there's just a couple.
I'll say how old you are.
Shut up, you. This season of Deadliest Catch, it seems to be, this is number 8, first off, and it seems to be one of the wildest ones we've seen so far. And now, without giving a lot of it away, everyone fared somewhat okay?
Actually, we got our butt kicked pretty darn bad. It was just one of them, years where the ice was definitely the devil this year. It just wouldn't let go of us, and it went all the way till May of this year. There's boats that had holes punched in them. Thank God nobody sank, knock on wood, but, a lot of injuries. When the ice comes down during the wintertime, it's just relentless.
Yeah, it looks really, really sketchy. Every week the wife and I are watching it, and we're like, holy crap, how do these guys even power through, that's the first part of the season, and then it gets worse going into Opies.
Yeah, it just kept getting worse and worse, and then when we thought it was going to get better, it got worse, and then, like what we had, I can explain, usually we have the continental shelf will get covered twice. All the fishing grounds got covered up twice on a really bad ice year. Well, this year it got covered up 7 times where we couldn't fish. And it was just relentless. You're going, okay, well, after the second time, okay, well, that's it. That's the receipt. We can finally finish up. Then, bam, 3rd time, 4th time, 5th time, 6th time, and 7th time. And you're like, no freaking way. And it just kept beating us up. So we're really glad it was over, and thank God.
Now, where are you? You're currently not up in Alaska, are you?
No, I'm in Northern Virginia right now.
Now, are you one of the 1.8 million people without power?
I think I'm the only guy around the 1.8 million people without power. I think they're all looking at me wondering what the heck I'm doing.
Well, just tell them it's clean living and your faith in the Lord, and they will leave you alone.
Yeah, good karma.
I think I'd suffered enough last winter time to where I deserve to have a little AC.
Oh, exactly. And I'm surprised you don't have neighbors just hounding you to get into your door.
Well, you learn to keep your mouth shut when you're just doing a nice little popsicle.
Now, since tomorrow is Independence Day, the fireworks of the world will be going off here in America. You have a new business venture, Time Bandit Fireworks. You hooked up with somebody and branded fireworks with the Time Bandit everything?
Yeah, we sure did. Fireworks Over America. We got together with those guys, and we love fireworks on the show. You always see us doing it. So we met with these guys, and we come up with the biggest fireworks you could buy legally, just barely though. And we have a Time Bandit firework, Rogue Wave, which is like 154 shots in one little keg, and then Time Bandit torpedoes, and it's just pretty good. It's just, it impresses me. If that impresses me, they're pretty darn good. It's all about the finale for us, so it's some pretty big stuff, and it's just, we love guns and fireworks, so there you have it.
Yeah, who doesn't? That's what I want to know. Now, are these gonna be available for purchase everywhere fireworks are sold?
Yeah, they've been selling them in the 4 states right now, Tennessee and all that. They have a thing called Fireworks Supermarkets, and then Fireworks Over America. They sell to a lot of the wholesalers who have stores all over the country, and actually they sell them up in Kodiak, Alaska, to the guys there, and up into Anchorage, and yeah, they're going to be all over the country.
Do you get to name your own fireworks?
Yeah, we sure did. Yeah, we had to come up with some names like, Rogue Wave, and the Time Bandit, and Troubled Waters is one of them. And then we got Time Bandit Torpedoes.
I would name one after a girl and, like, give it to her and act like it was the most romantic thing that I've ever done for someone and make her feel like she should be very, very impressed and love me.
Yeah, here's Cold Steel or Cold Death or something.
Cold Death Emily.
No. Kind of like they name those the tornadoes and the hurricanes all the time, huh?
Exactly. That would be hysterical. It's like, well, we got firework Beth coming up, named after, of course, Beth Halsey, who broke my heart in 4th grade. Watch her.
Beth Halsey.
Yeah, watch her go bang.
So you can check it out. You can check it out on our YouTube site. Some of the fireworks we let off there, and when you're impressed with a bunch of wholesalers, that's a pretty darn good. I mean, man, they blow up like you don't believe. It's almost like you're seeing the 4th of July fireworks that you see in the Capitol and stuff. But they're those guys have 6-inch and 8-inch mortar tubes.
And how big is the mortar tube that you guys are using?
They're only, I think, 3-inch, 4-inch.
Okay. Now, is this gonna be used in the end of this season? Are we gonna see the Time Bandit fireworks at the season finale?
Well, I'm not saying, but you might.
Oh.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good marketing. If you may or may not be seeing the Time Bandit fireworks at the season finale. Well, the only reason I ask is because I've seen all the season finales. You guys do a great job of sending it off with a bang. So.
Yeah, we got. They hooked us up with this stuff they call quick fuse, where you hook them all up together and they go off. It's a little bit better than what we normally do, where we just get like 4 torches and everybody lights them and it's chaos.
Yeah, but I like that part where you're all just standing around with the propane torches in hand, and you're like, okay, set a fire, because we're going to light all of them at the same time. There's a bonfire on the middle of your boat.
Oh, yeah, that was the best thing we've had so far is when we got in that fight with Sig, and I guess we got to be a little bit more careful now that we're the ambassadors for fireworks.
Well, yeah. Last year's Roman candle fight was fantastic, though.
Yeah, Sid called that ceasefire, and then he ended up shooting another one.
Well, he wanted to make sure you saw exactly who was doing it. It's like, okay, everyone else stop, because it's my turn to shoot this one at you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't do nothing now.
Now, last time we talked, it's been almost a year, I think. Almost. How's the horses doing?
Oh, they're doing okay. I just haven't had much time to ride because, we've been going around and we've been doing the fireworks, and now we're repowering the boat. Right now, we're putting 4 new engines in the boat, and a bunch of ice shield around the front of the bow from all the damage we had this last year. We have to plate the bow with 5/8 steel, and it's just been a busy project. Now,
does adding the bow shield, does that add to your ballast so you can carry less weight then?
Well, actually, we have that bulbous bow in the front, which gives us 14,000 pounds of lift. So the 5/8 steel will add about 7,000 pounds. So we'll lose about 7,000 pounds of the ballast that we've gained having that stuff. But after this last year, we broke a couple welds, on our boat. We were lucky enough to punch a hole in the boat. I mean, it was vicious ice this year. It was, there's probably 3 boats I can think of off the top of my head that punched holes in the boat. And, it's something we're going to be 1 inch thick in that spot. They can tip out of the ice all the time. So it's just something we have to do.
Now, when how do you buy a new motor for your boat? I mean, obviously, there's people who make these, and Cummins diesel engines are, known from mowers all the way up to fishing vessels, apparently. But how do you get a catalog? It's like, oh yeah, I'd love to have the Cummins D89. instead of whatever the hell we got. I mean, I don't know how to shop for giant motors. So,
you know that I think the first Cummins were sold in a Sears Roebuck catalog, money back guarantee, you know. But we just no, we've known, you know, when we built the boat, we powered it with Cummins engines, and you know, there's a thing called Cummins Northwest up in Seattle and Anchorage, and you know, you just call them up, you look about, you know, you get the size engine you need to power your boat. But we're really got this really it's a QSK 19. It's electronic engine that's just high tech as heck, and it's going to give us really good fuel consumption, 95% clean emissions, 605 horsepower apiece, and we've gone from 425 horsepower to 605 on each engine. You gain speed, but only burn the same amount of fuel. So it's just a win-win for us, and you know, and then the emissions is going to be 95% cleaner, which is always a good thing. Get ahead of the EPA, you know.
Well, absolutely. And now, is it with the added speed? Is it also did you go up because of that, and the fact that you're adding the 7,000 pounds of plate?
Yeah, you know, we've been you know, we're kind of like one of the slower boats out there, and you know, we only burn 600, 700 gallons a day. So if we can burn 700 gallons a day and then go up from maybe 7.5 to 10 knots, I mean, that's dramatic out on a fishing boat. When you can go, you know, basically 10 knots an hour compared to 7.5, you know, you can beat storms in, you can beat a storm out. You know, God forbid, someone needs help, you can get to them faster, but you're burning the same amount of fuel. It's just a win-win situation. These new engines are so amazing. We'll have like these gauges, you know, the gauges on there will give you fuel consumption per second, so you can dial your RPMs in just at the sweet spot and burn the least amount of fuel but get the most speed, you know. So everything about these new engines is just crazy. It's like we're going from the old farm engine, you know, to the unregulated diesel to like the Corvette engine.
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to seeing a faster, bulkier. It's almost like you just got a new running back that's just as fast as the old one, but doesn't need to be fed as much.
Yeah, you know, yeah. I mean, it's just crazy, and it's the same family of engines. We had what we call KT19s in there right now. Same size, same everything, but you know, got a lot more horsepower.
Now it says on my prep sheet here that you were able to help actually build one of the motors or one of the engines.
Yeah, we were pretty excited about that. We hopefully you guys get to see that part of it. So maybe next season. We got to go to the plant. Me and my brother Jonathan and my brother Neil and his John's son Scott, and actually got to build the motor, which is a really good thing. You know, as far as the kids and everybody knowing exactly how your engine's built, and it was pretty funny, pretty hilarious and stuff. And you know, once you build an engine from the block up, you have a lot better understanding of what you're dealing with. So it's a good learning experience for everybody, especially when you're out there in the ocean and you know exactly how many foot-pounds of torque you have on each one and how everything functions. So it's a good thing.
I can only imagine the owner's manual for a new Cummins motor's got to be like the New York phone book.
Yeah, they say learning how to run the panel. These are going to be soft-start engines where you push a button to start the engine. So it's not like the old keys like we have on the old boat. And you know, we're gonna get it together for this year, but eventually we're gonna build we're redoing the whole wheelhouse this next spring, and it's gonna be like a high-tech Star Trek kind of engine wheelhouse.
Well, aren't you afraid of pirates? If all you got to do is push a button, nobody can have the key. You just like lose your boat.
We have ways of dealing with that. We have lockouts.
Oh, that's excellent. Well, it's good news, then. I was just afraid that Johnny Depp might come by and try and wrangle your boat like he did all those other boats in those pirate movies.
Yeah, a self-destruct.
Yeah, I don't think there's no stopping him anyway. He's a good pirate, you know.
That's true.
He knows how to you know, get through those things.
Let's talk booze, because I'm very excited about your new venture getting into all 50 states by year's end. Time Bandit vodka?
Yeah, you know, we Jonathan wants the rum, but you know, we go with vodka first. I don't know why, but yeah, we got some vodkas that we're pretty excited about. I like drinking vodka. I do like drinking rum, so we'll see how we do. And And like I say, there you go, fireworks, guns, and booze.
Well, you guys are the family Hillstrand is your own personal ATF.
Yeah,
you're gonna get some.
One of those players to join the ATF.
You're gonna have to find somebody that can market some Time Bandit cigars, and you'll be completely there. Alcohol, tobacco, firearms.
Yeah, you got to go with what you know, and we definitely know our booze, our firearms, and our booze, right?
Right.
I forgot something in there.
Well, I was curious to know. This season, I didn't see. Have they done away with the pre-fishing bar scene where you guys sit around and make the captain's bet and have shots and light things on fire and then go fishing the next morning?
I think they switched it up a little bit different, but they did show us in the bar. I think just talking about our strategy for king crab.
Okay. Well, I didn't. Was there a bet made this year?
Not really so much. I don't think a bet was made between the captains, but we had Josh, where that little turkey man. He came out on our boat and he made that king crab bet. He actually won the king crab bet, so with the other guys, and that just turned good off to no end.
No, I'm sure.
But he won fair and square, so hopefully the kid has some good of his dad's luck in him.
Now, with Josh and his brother, are they going? What I never got with the behind the scenes stuff, and I'm sorry for I'm trying to get this worked out in my head first. Did they lease their boat out to somebody else, or is it just parked, or did they sell it?
Phil? No, they don't really own the majority of the stock in the Cornelia Marie. Cornelia Marie does.
Okay.
So I think they parked the boat, or she just had the boat tender, but I think they've had to do a lot of work to it. Because remember how Phil was always blowing up an engine every year?
Right, yeah.
So I think they just did a lot of work to it, and they're still working on their program there. They needed help out during this last year because of that situation. So we told Phil we'd help them out. So that's what we did.
Now, how much longer are they going to be part of your crew? Was it just one season, or are you looking at a long-term plan for these guys?
Oh no, we're not sure. I mean, Josh and them definitely have their plans. They want to have their own boat, so they're trying to live their dream and fulfill their dream. So we were there for them, and we'll see what happens. It's the new season's coming up in October, and quite truthfully, I've just been worried about. I have to put all the new mains in my boat right now, and it's going to be pretty tight doing that as it comes. So we're just we're uppos and the other word, just trying to get the boat repowered right now ourselves. So.
Well, I would love to. I've never been out to sea, except unless of course you count the what the hell is the name of that? The Montego Bay. No, Montego Bay in Jamaica. That was about it when we were at the all-inclusive Hedonism 2 resort.
We'll call it a booze cruise?
Yeah, well, no, actually, we were just in a sailboat. Some little fellow was lucky enough to hand us a spleef, and we took one of those little rental boats out. And there's nothing bad about the Caribbean on a two-person sailboat in the middle of Montego Bay with zero wind.
Yeah, that can be all right, I guess. I don't really like sailboats, but that's okay.
Well, that's because you're at the mercy of the gods in a sailboat. It's like, hey, we're not moving.
Yeah, I love having my power,
Now, of course, being a radio station, Black Sky Radio, I have to ask you the question. You got any new songs for us?
I do got about 3 or 4 new songs I'm working on right now. So yeah, I went in and re-recorded the film Fishman's Life for some guys down in Nashville because I kind of rushed it the first time. But I got 4 new songs I'm working on. I'm pretty excited.
Well, I am excited to hear that because we get a lot of requests for both the Fisherman's Life and Ode to Phil. So I would love to hear. I'm guessing you just put a dream team together of musicians and they whipped out a full-blown, thicker, full-bodied versions of these songs, or did you actually rewrite stuff?
No, that's what we did. I mean, when I got done the first time, it was just kind of, I went down to a buddy's house and we sat in one little room and we kind of did the garage band type version of the songs. And so I didn't do justice to the Phil song, what I heard in my head. So I redid those. I'll see if I can get my assistant to give you the new versions of them. But I'm pretty excited about those. And the newer songs I'm real excited about. I'm working on a new one called Alcohol Is Not Your Friend. And it's just kind of a messing around song that is pretty good.
Well, I'm sure that you don't really mean that when you're trying to market your own vodka. Alcohol is your friend.
No,
Yeah.
this is like tongue-in-cheek. This is tongue-in-cheek. Have you ever had a buddy that went out and got really drunk and woke up with drawings all over his face?
Yes, I am.
I don't have buddies.
Yeah. So that's when you know alcohol is not your friend.
That's true. I walked around for a solid 3 hours with a big penis on my face.
Well, there you have it. I don't know what people are thinking. Imagine they were drawing penis on people's faces, but there you have it.
Yeah, and they kept calling me dickhead, and I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on.
Furthermore, got fired for doing that.
Oh yeah? I did not hear about this. Liz, tell us a story about him getting fired. Who got fired?
Steve Taggi.
Oh right, Steve Taggi.
Yeah, got fired because he was at a party with his boss, and he fell asleep, and other people at the party sharpied him.
And he got fired because he didn't stop them.
Exactly. See, drinking is bad.
Yeah, alcohol is not your friend, especially if you can't hold it. Like I know exactly who you're talking about, who got their face drawn on, and had I been there, I would have drawn on his face with a brick.
Yeah, so that was kind of the inspiration for that one. One of my guys had penises drawn on his face. And I said, you know what, alcohol's probably not your friend. And I go, oh, that'd be a good song.
I disagree. I think the people that drew the penises on his face are probably not his friends. He was just trying to get drunk and have a good time.
That's the whole tongue-in-cheek. I'm going out with my friends, and then your friends do that to you. Probably ought to look at your friends.
Yeah, see, unfortunately, I was drawn on by strangers, so I had that comment. That's what you get. Just like you don't pass out when you pick up a hooker, you don't pass out when you're at a stranger's party.
I didn't know if that was a rule.
There you go.
The first one, you know that was a rule?
I didn't know. I always pass out on my hookers.
Well, you obviously still have your cell phone. So
I was going to say, did they roll you? I mean, come on. That'd be my concern.
Danny Klinkenberg in the chat room has a question for you. She says, I saw today an older episode of television in season 6, and she's finishing our tiny chat questions are shortened, so apparently she's got to finish typing this out. I jumped the gun on this, so
okay.
She would like to know how long it took the Northwestern has noticed that the cigarettes were gone.
For the Northwestern noticed the cigarettes were gone were probably a day, and then they, because usually they have a pack or so, and so they after about a day they start panicking, and then we told them. Because, that's a joke that can go too far, and you don't want to take that too far with a bunch of guys that have guns. Right.
You don't want to continue to hide their one vice that they're allowed out on the boat.
Yeah, because you can see how they do when they try to quit smoking, and then it turns into a raging Cajun,
I'm guessing the only thing worse than hiding the smokes would be taking away the coffee.
Yeah, those are two no-nos you don't do. So that's one of them jokes you have to know when to fold them, That's it. I can give them their smokes.
Do you have, okay, we are into what, episode 6 comes on tonight for this 8th season, or are we into episode 7?
Oh, Lord, we had 8 episodes of King Crab, and I think we're in episode 12 already.
Oh, yeah, oh, God, you're right. My days all run together. So, yeah, we're at episode 12. What was, during King Crab, what was the funniest thing that happened to you that we didn't get to see, or was cut short because of time constraints? Was there any groovy anecdotes?
Well, I think they showed when we actually kicked Josh up to that, to the ladder there and stuff after he won the bet. That was pretty funny. It took us a while to catch that old sucker. He was running like crazy. He didn't get to see that. And then finally we got him down and held him down. And then Travis's birthday, when we smacked him with all the, the eggs and all that stuff, he didn't see it coming. But one of the best ones was when the Northwestern guys threw that flower. When Jake came on our boat, and they popped that raft in our wheelhouse or down our galley, and then Josh ran upstairs. His brother hit him with with flour. You didn't get to quite see all that stuff. So you get to see him covered with the thing, but the look when he first came down was priceless.
Now, besides fireworks and booze, you guys also have a complete merchandise line over at TimeBandit.tv that you guys run yourselves, and you get to pick all the products and everything. How does that? Who gets to pick those items?
Well, usually I'm in control of all that. I usually have a good team of designers, and Jonathan, he's actually a good artist, so I usually run an idea by him there, and then we kind of get, my mom actually helps us out with this, God bless her soul, but we just try to come up with some good designs. We're real excited about a new one we're coming out with that'll surprise everybody, I think, and we just try to come up with cool stuff, and we ask the young kids all the time, what the heck do they wear, because you know how these kids are nowadays, but it's kind of a fine line. You got to kind of get some older folk stuff and some young kid stuff all mixed in without being stuck with like 5,000 T-shirts at the end of the season.
Right, and usually the extra small and tiniest thing ever. It's like, oh, we got to have some for everybody, and it's like nobody's buying that.
Exactly, yeah. And then you learn that there's certain things you don't sell, certain things you do sell.
Now, what is one of the things that you don't sell?
Time Bandit songs. We don't sell those. We did for a while, but it's just one of the things when your mother's selling them, and we need a new order of songs, and you kind of go, gosh, rather sell songs.
My mom's packaging split-ass underwear for chicks, and yeah. I can't imagine that.
Right, man. So I retired. Well, actually, it was one of the ladies that worked for me that got the songs in the first place, and then I found out we had songs, and I wasn't really that comfortable with some of my clothing being that close to some parts of women.
Well, as long as they didn't sell them in XXX, I think you'd be all right.
like Shallow Owl.
Exactly. It's like, what the hell? This is like a sale, even though it still looks like a song. I'm guessing probably not any sort of marital aid either. That would be weird.
Yeah. No, we try. We basically just do T-shirts and shot glasses and stuff like that. And it's kind of fun coming up with different designs and all that kind of stuff. So I tell you what, I've sure gotten a lesson over the years. So you learn a little bit after being in this for about 7 years about. There's people that come to you and go, oh, yeah, you let us take care of it, and you don't have to worry about anything, and then all of a sudden you start getting these nasty emails about, I haven't had my merchandise show up, you guys are the worst people in the world. And so that's when I took it over and I started running it myself. And that's one of the really cool things. If you order some stuff every once in a while, my mom puts a handwritten letter in there for people, and we try to bring customer service back and bring back that touch of American class that's kind of gone nowadays.
Well, I applaud you for that, because if there's something out there that people aren't doing anymore, it's actually good customer service and listening to the demands of their clientele. So many.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you want to. I mean, my mom, she was she's 70 now. Sorry, Mom, for telling your age, but she just came from that generation of where you treat people like you want to be treated, and you go that extra mile, and it makes a difference to people,
No, absolutely. The days of helpful retail employees are so gone that everyone just wants to go to Walmart and buy $4 Chinese crap and call it good for a week and then go back and do it again.
And say hi to that nice old lady on the way out.
Yeah, exactly. And wave at the greeter.
How you doing, Rose?
Yeah, you always get that though at Walmart. You got to give them that. Hey, have a good night, sir.
That's true.
There's no shortage of old people at Walmart. You're right.
Unless that dang alarm goes off, then Rose is going to attack you and tackle you and take your T-shirt back.
That's true. Actually, it's really funny that you bring that up. My mother, or my stepmother, actually, was a Walmart employee, and they are told not to actually do anything. Their security at Walmart is such to the point now where it is cheaper for them to not have to deal with theft than to actually stop somebody. So you could walk into Walmart and run out with a television, and they're like, well, there he goes with another flat screen.
Yeah, it's the same at Dillon's. I used to work at Dillon's, and they do the same thing.
Dillon's is a grocery store in the Midwest, by the way. Yeah, and it's the same way. It's like, yeah, just let him go. We're not gonna catch him over some cheese.
Try this at Walmart. Walk out with a TV. You're sure I'm not going to get attacked, huh?
Well, that's what I've been told. That the policy of Walmart is just you got to move fast, though. You just can't mosey with the television. You know, you got to actually.
All right. Well, if you hear about me on TMZ coming out of Walmart, I'm back with my little security guard. I'm really looking for you.
Well, I hope we don't see that. But then again, I would like to see you with your new television. I think that would be fantastic.
Send him a picture.
Yeah, picture didn't happen. What can we look forward to coming up for season 9? Besides the new shiny boat and everyone else's patchwork, do we have anything that is going to be that much different than what we've usually seen?
Well, you might see the Harris boys get to pull off their dreams, so I'm hoping for that for them. I mean, that'd be a big thing, you know, and that was one of the things we set out to do was to get, you know, and give them a chance to do it. I don't know if they'll be able to do it this year, but, you know, we sure we gave them every little bit of help we could. And you never know. I mean, all these younger kids, they're kind of figuring stuff out a little bit. And, you know, in the end, it's crab fishing, so we're going to be crab fishing again. It's just what Mother Nature wants to get us. You know, everybody talks about climate change and all that stuff, but we prayed for global warming last year, and it didn't come.
Well, I think we all got it in the Midwest this year. It's 100. For the last 2 weeks, it's been over 100 degrees, like 6 days in a row here in the Kansas City area when it was still June, and that hasn't happened for 23 years. So we found your climate change. It just didn't get to Alaska.
Well, now you guys got nothing to complain about because all winter long you had a really nice winter, and we suffered for you guys, just so you know.
That's true. We did. We had a very, we wouldn't even call it winter. It was more like we had an extended spring. It started in November and ended in March when summer showed up.
See, and that's what everybody remembers the bad things. That's why with crab fishing, when you're out there, it just sucks, and you're going, I'll never do this again, and then you get home, get your paycheck, and you're like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Oh, I think I could do that again. And that's what the vicious cycle happens to us out there.
Well, and it's a vicious cycle I wish I would have been a part of 25 years ago when I was young enough to still do it.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's definitely a young man's sport. It's you know, this last year, man, oh man, it just that took a toll on all of us there, and we actually had Eddie retire. You see that it's going to be his last season with us. He gave us 14 years, and he's 45 years old. He just, you know, when Travis fell in the water, Eddie felt like he didn't have, you know, he threw the ring and all that and stuff, but that's what upset him the most. He goes, I just didn't have it in me to be able to pull a guy out of the water, you know, so that kind of was upsetting to him, and that's when he figured he better, quit while the cooking was good.
Yeah, and that's sad to see that happen with the deckhands. But what is he going to do now? I mean, Eddie's worked for 14 years on a boat. Where do old sailors go at the end of the run?
Well, you know, he's been running our boat in the summertime, so we pay him really good for the summertime, and we got a special thing for him. We're giving him a retirement plan for the next 2 years or whatever that we got going here for as long as he has the boat ready for crab fishing. You know, we got a lot of the new youngsters that are, you know, greenhorns, so they get half share until they step up and can do all the jobs. So we're working with Eddie to, you know, give him bonus money to make sure that when we go out and get ready to go crab fishing, the boat's ready. So he's in the shipyard with me. He's out working right now, and we come right to the shipyard and we pull the boat out, and we do all of our engine work, and that's going to be his job. So that's what he'll be doing, is working in the summertime and then, you know, doing other projects.
Now this question just popped into my head. Because when I got to thinking about the retirement of old fishermen and what would they be doing, would you be interested in sponsoring a Bering Sea gold dredge to put some of these guys to work as well as cut you in on some money? Because I see these new shows popping up where they're out there in the Bering Sea with some giant vacuums and some divers every summer trying to suck up gold from the bottom of the ocean.
Well, you never know. You know, I mean, I always heard that people that made the most money in the gold rush days were the people that sold the big pies, you know, and the people that sold them all the equipment. I think if I was to do it, I think I would just go up there and I'd be a platform, and I would go get them, guys, and I'll sell you the pans and I'll sell you all that stuff.
Well, and that's kind of what I was thinking, that you would, buy a dredge and then market it out as get your own crew, come up here, use our dredge, and we get 60% of your take.
Oh, well, there you go. So you just got me a new career right there.
Well, and you can't hurt, right? I mean, I look at these things that these kids are on out there in the Bering Sea. They're scuba diving around on what apparently is a pontoon boat with a camper on it, and that's it. And there's a vacuum and a dredge box, and I'm like, really? Because I got that floating around the ponds in Missouri, which they don't cost that much money, and I can't imagine that trucking them up to Alaska would cost me more than what I'm going to make vacuuming dirt off the bottom of the Bering Sea.
That just sounds wrong, vacuuming dirt off the bottom of the Bering Sea. but if I could charge somebody for it, I guess I should think about it.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you got all the boating knowledge. I mean, I think it would be a fantastic second career. It'd be like Time Bandit 2, the Gold Dredge. And then you put all your
years.
Yeah,
the golden years, right? There you go.
The golden years, Time Bandit, the golden years, and that would be like a retirement community of old fishermen that have worked on your boat, and now they spend the next 25 years digging gold off the bottom of the same places they crab fish in.
Oh my gosh! Well, at least it'd be a gnome, I guess.
Exactly. I mean, that would be. I am just coming. This would be. It would be like a retirement community / Gold Dredge news show. You could add on to the guys that are already out there with the show on Discovery, or you could just be like, you know what, we deserve our own gig.
That's right, but you know what would be better than that? You'd be down in the Caribbean with that kind of deal, looking for pirate ships.
Okay.
Pirate ships.
Now you have my attention. You're exactly right, because
that's what I'm talking about.
As a scuba diving expert that you are, I could see you down there mastering the treasure hunt.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Give me an underwater ROV, find a little treasure, go for look for the treasure, because in the end, we all know they're not going to get that much gold up north, so it's all about having everybody come on board for a treasure hunt.
Exactly.
If we would be down in the Caribbean, it would be just really nice out, and then girls could wear bikinis.
Oh, now wait a minute.
Anything where girls are in bikinis.
Right. Anything where girls are wearing bikinis, you got to show.
Yep, that and sharks, you know.
Sharks, bikinis, and now I thought of another way to tie it into Time Bandit beverages. Instead of the Caribbean, you could do the winter treasure hunt in the Caribbean, but in the summertime, you actually go to Lake Superior using your same dive techniques and your ROV, except you're looking for Prohibition liquor in Lake Superior.
Oh, wow. Would they throw all their liquor in the lake during those years?
At some point in time, boats were boarded, packages were lost, crates were thrown overboard. There is a lot. Well, they do wood reclamation, where they the old timber mills. They pull up the 150-year-old old-growth forest logs that have sunk because at one point in time the entire Lake Superior was covered with logs because they clear-cut Canada. But that was also where Chicago was getting most of its booze from, was on Lake Superior. So you got to imagine.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you got to imagine that there is enough Prohibition booze at the bottom of that to make that worthwhile, especially when some poser hipster jackass is going to pay $2,000 for some Time Bandit bourbon that he dredged up from the bottom of Lake Superior.
Well, there you go. So you worked out with all sorts of retirement things here.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, this could be a definite workable plan here. All I need is your money.
As long as I don't have to get beat up by 40-foot waves and ice chunks anymore, I could probably be pretty happy with anything that doesn't have to involve that stuff. It's this year it got so ridiculous. We're like, okay, when we sink, we're going to get everything off on that giant iceberg, and we'll just float around here with Wild Bill and the Kodiak because we were both stuck in the ice. We're like, we'll just float around here, we know it'll come get us, because this thing was like bigger than 2 boats together. We're like, this is just out of control. We couldn't go anywhere, and that was just what, you know, you almost get hysterical when you're laughing because it's just so ridiculous.
Yeah, I always wondered why there wasn't, you know, cannons on board some of these things to blow up the ice. Could you not cause some, you know, ship lane opening if you just started shooting some 5-inch guns at the ice?
Well, that would definitely help, but, you know, we've used our crane with like a crab pot on it for like cheap kids to break up the ice beside them. But it's just so unrelenting, man. The ice just keeps coming, and don't get me wrong, I'd love to shoot cannons into the ice pack. But we tried some fireworks there, and you've seen how that works out for you.
Kind of just skips across and makes pretty ice.
Oh, no, that's what we blew it off, that giant chunk of ice right down the toilet.
Right, on the coiler. Yeah, you broke the coiler. Yeah, you're right. I was thinking something else entirely. But yeah, and then like 2 weeks later, or the 2 episodes later, old dude almost got killed by that chunk of ice.
Yeah, Eddie's boy got hit. I mean, the same day Eddie's boy got hit, and all of a sudden Eddie got taken out. He's telling his kids, you got to be careful, and then Eddie about got, I mean, literally 3 inches to the closer to him, he'd have been killed.
Yeah, it was horrific to watch. I was not. It made my whole neck hurt just watching that ice come down.
Oh yeah, I mean, my gosh, that would have just killed him if it would have hit him on top of the head. So, and that was, I think, another reason why Eddie thought better about, you know, thought I might want to retire. So. Well,
and now you have a good plan for him. He can start treasure hunting down in the Caribbean Sea.
Yep, we're treasure hunting. It sounds like we're looking for booze in Lake Superior.
Yeah.
We're going to maybe go gold mining in Alaska.
Yeah.
I mean, what the heck?
I think the Time Bandit, the Golden Years, is perfect for the old fisherman's home.
Yeah, well, I think there's a bunch of sneaky old fishermen, and I don't know how that would work out. Maybe the Golden Years of the Time Bandit, but with young people.
Right. Well, that would be a lot easier. Plus, because
these old sneaky fishermen.
Do you think we could get me my own show just shooting cannons at ice? Because that's all I want to do.
Yeah, I think we could. I mean, you know, anytime you have gunpowder, we probably have to give you a bottle of booze.
But they're fair.
Get really reckless and then put a thing of fireworks in your hand. No, I don't condone that kind of stuff. But boy, it would be cool to see you shoot some 5-inch cannons.
Yeah, into some ice for no reason.
Yeah, just blowing up icebergs, chunks of ice, the Bering Sea, etc. No, I think
on the bow, let's shoot the ice.
I'll dress up like a Viking. Just to
then you'd have to do it from Sig's boat.
Yeah, he's the Viking. We're just Swedish.
Yeah, he's but that doesn't mean you can't have your your Swiss Army knife.
Aha!
I'll just throw that.
Exactly. Time Bandit knives. There you go.
There you go.
With their own wine opener and beer opener. Corkscrew.
Well, the Swiss Army knife you could do surgery with too. You know that, don't you?
Well, yeah.
Do anything with the Swiss Army knife.
I watched you. Was it Eddie who had his hand sewed up last year?
Yep.
That's still nasty. It still brings chills to my back.
Yeah, not good stuff.
Now, I want everybody to know that if you want more information about the fishing vessel Time Bandit or to purchase Time Bandit merchandise, to visit the website, www.timebandit.tv. And, of course, for all the latest information and news, follow at Captain_Andy on Twitter. And you can connect with him on Facebook as well at the Captain Andy Hillstrand fan page. Captain, it's been my pleasure. I know you're extremely busy. I know you have things to do. I want to say thanks for coming back on. We love you. We love your show. Tell Jonathan that we said sorry that we didn't get him on as well, but we hope everything's going good for him as well. Is he doing all right?
You know, he's doing a lot better now. He thought he was going to die when he fell off that little steer, that little cow. And he's doing better now. But yeah, we'll probably be live twittering tonight during the show and after the catch. So come on out and give us a hard time on Twitter. And then Jonathan's doing better, and we're going to survive.
Well, and I wanted to say thank you for actually paying attention to my tweets last week and jumping right back on and saying, absolutely, Nightmare, let's get this the new interview up and running. That would be great. And then, of course, thanks to Lauren for hooking us up.
Nobody normally listens to him.
We try, now you look by doing that, you're giving me new ideas about the gold years.
Well, and, all I can say is that I wouldn't mind being there the first time the gold barge is launched. I think even if I just have to just get invited to stand on the side of the shore with a bottle of Time Bandit vodka, I can be that guy.
And wouldn't it be hilarious if we actually found gold? That would be the kicker.
Exactly. That would be like, oh my God, this is so weird. We usually hunt crab here, but now we found all these nuggets, so we're just going to stop fishing and start golding. Wait, can you?
Yeah, that would be an oxymoron for us for sure. But that'd be a welcome thing because this gold's worth a lot nowadays. So.
Oh, without a doubt. Well, Captain, I want to thank you again so very much for joining us today. We're going to play not the redone version, because I'm going to get a hold of Lauren and get those songs sent over to us, but the original, Fisherman's Life by Captain Andy Hillstrand. Let me know if there's anything I could do for you, and if you need any more great ideas on how to spend your twilight years, let me know.
All right, thanks, good talking to you guys.
It was great talking to you. We'll talk soon.
Okay, sounds good. Talk to you later.
All right, bye-bye.
Red sky at night, stainless steel light. Red sky in the morning, boy, you better take warning. So pass the stuff around. A storm is bearing down tonight. Struck fuss around, we shot the crown. Captain John's flying another round. You're gonna get drunk, you better get up or you're gone. Well, that's the life of a fishing man. Everybody wants to, and how many can? My brothers and me are living it day and night. And that's the fisherman's life. An egg and partners too. Everybody's wondering what they're gonna do. We're racing to the ground. We make it back to town first flight. Captain Phil and Crab Boss too. We're taking Josh. Who's gonna kill who? Cornelia Blue Lane. They strive until they say we're alright. Well, that's the life of a fish.